Listen up, because I'm about to save you from making a $50,000 mistake. The car industry wants you to believe you need to sell a kidney to drive a decent SUV. They're pushing these overpriced vehicles down our throats when there are perfectly good, safer, and more reliable options sitting right there on dealer lots. Why pay for a fancy badge when what you really need is a vehicle that won't leave you stranded and actually holds its value? Today, I'm revealing 4 SUVs you can actually afford that won't drain your bank account. Stick around because we're cutting through the marketing BS and talking real value. Let's kick things off with a compact SUV that gets way too much hate but ends up surprising everyone who actually drives it. Most SUVs today sell like hotcakes just because of hype, giant screens, gadgets nobody uses, and inflated marketing. But this one, even though people complain it's small or expensive for what it offers, has something others don't. The Mazda CX-30 2025. It's not the cheapest or most spacious, but it combines design, exciting driving dynamics, and reliability that even Consumer Reports backs up. The first thing that'll make you fall in love with the CX-30 is its style. It doesn't try to disguise itself as a muscle truck or futuristic spaceship. No posing here, just pure elegance with its own character. The front grille doesn't just sit there looking pretty, it radiates strength and presence from every angle. Those sharp LED headlights, like a defiant stare, give it a modern, sophisticated vibe. The black side moldings aren't just a design whim, they pull double duty protecting the body and reinforcing its rugged personality. The 18-inch wheels complete the package with class, making it look like a premium SUV without trying too hard. And pay attention to this detail. The dual exhaust pipes are real, not fake tubes like other brands are trying to sell us. Size-wise, at 14 feet 4 inches long, 5 feet 10 inches wide, and just over 5 feet tall, it's compact, agile, and easy to park in the city. But here's the kicker. With nearly 7 inches of ground clearance, it's got just enough height to handle speed bumps, potholes, and those beat-up streets we all know in Latin America without scraping the undercarriage or suffering over every bump. The CX-30 weighs just over 3,000 pounds, but thanks to its Skyactiv platform, it feels solid and light at the same time. Here's the difference. While many rivals feel like soft floaties that wobble around every curve, the CX-30 grips the asphalt with the firmness of a sports sedan. In the city, it feels nimble. On the highway, it radiates confidence, and in curves, it responds with a precision that's surprising for a compact SUV. This is exactly where the Mazda starts shutting people up and proving it's not just about looks, but emotion behind the wheel too. Inside, the CX-30 plays in another league. Most compact SUVs in this range abuse cheap plastics that look like they came from a toy factory, but not here. Mazda bets on soft-touch surfaces, well-finished stitching, and buttons that transmit that solidity you normally expect from a premium car. Officially, it seats 5, but let's be honest, 4 adults travel comfortably, and the 5th rear seat is designed more for a kid or someone with short legs. The front seats deserve applause. They're wide, ergonomic, and supportive enough that you won't end up sore on a long trip or in daily traffic. And the trunk, while not the biggest in the category, surprises with nearly 20 cubic feet of capacity. Fold down the rear seats, and you easily exceed 36 cubic feet, giving you room for family trips or hauling gear without suffering. Plus, it has practical details like hooks, a double floor, and a low loading height that saves you from the torture of lifting heavy suitcases. Tech-wise, the CX-30 proves less is more. It doesn't fill up with giant screens that just distract, instead it bets on what's practical. An 8.8-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, controlled by a center dial so you don't take your eyes off the road. Depending on the version, you can have Bose sound with 12 speakers, integrated Alexa, real-time navigation, and the My Mazda app that lets you start the engine or lock the car from your phone. All under a philosophy of smart minimalism, zero excess, just what actually improves your driving experience. The CX-30 offers 3 very different engines designed for different lifestyles. First is the 2-liter mild hybrid with 153 horsepower and 147 pound-feet of torque. Its strength isn't speed, but efficiency, lower consumption, and fewer emissions, ideal for those looking to save on gas without losing reliability. Then, there's the 2.5 naturally aspirated with 186 horses and 186 pound-feet of torque. Here, you've got the perfect balance. Enough power for long trips and mountain roads, but without fuel costs skyrocketing. And of course, the star, the 2.5 turbo. This engine transforms this compact SUV into a little rocket. With up to 250 horses and 320 pound-feet, it does 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds. That's sports car territory, but with the practicality of an SUV. All versions carry a 6-speed automatic transmission, and in many configurations, all-wheel drive. This translates to brutal grip, whether in rain, gravel, or tight curves. And while it's not made for heavy work, it can tow up to 1,300 pounds, just right for a motorcycle, bikes, or even a light boat. Fuel economy-wise, the CX-30 offers a range that totally depends on what you're looking for. If you choose the 2-litre mild hybrid, you get up to 33 miles per gallon, a very competitive figure for a compact SUV that doesn't sacrifice style or safety. It's the ideal option for those making long daily commutes or who simply don't want to leave half their paycheck at the gas station. The 2.5 naturally aspirated moves between 26 and 31 miles per gallon, a pretty decent range considering its extra power. Here, Mazda achieves an attractive balance, not a gas guzzler, but not weak either. And finally, the 2.5 turbo. Yes, it's the thirstiest, with consumption ranging between 22 and 29 miles per gallon, but it's also the one that puts a smile on your face every time you hit the accelerator. It's not efficiency, it's pure adrenaline. Safety-wise, the CX-30 doesn't mess around. Right from the start, it comes with 7 airbags, including an exclusive one for the driver's knees, a detail many SUVs in its range don't even offer. But what's truly interesting is in its active assists. We're talking automatic braking with pedestrian detection that can save you from an accident in a moment of distraction, adaptive cruise control that adjusts speed only on the highway, and lane departure warning with active correction that prevents you from drifting unintentionally. Add to this traction and stability control, basic but essential when weather or road conditions get complicated. And this isn't just marketing. The IIHS recognized it with the top safety pick plus, the highest level in their crash tests, and Consumer Reports ranks it as one of the most reliable SUVs in its category, only behind Toyota. That means proven safety with real results, not just a catalogue full of promises. The CX-30 starts around $26,000 for the base version and can reach up to $38,000 in the Turbo Premium Plus version. Sure, if you compare it to bigger Chinese SUVs, it might seem expensive. But look, here you're not paying for inches of body or giant screens. You're paying for build quality, proven safety, and driving dynamics that genuinely excite. The warranty is 3 years or 60,000 miles, which, although not the longest on the market, is backed by a brand that's improved tremendously in reliability. And the after-sales service isn't the headache it was a few years ago. Mazda has worked on having more parts availability and better trained service centers in Latin America, translating to less waiting and fewer unexpected expenses. Bottom line, yes, the CX-30 might not be the cheapest, but what it offers justifies the investment. It's an SUV that bets on lasting, and in the long run ends up being cheaper than a cheap one that breaks at the first opportunity. Now let's talk about an SUV that's literally breaking all the rules in 2025. The Hyundai Tucson doesn't just look like it came from the future, it literally makes heads turn, and it's packed with technology, comfort, and details that make you fall in love from the first second. That redesigned grille looks like a declaration of war, combining aggressive lines with elegant details that give it its own character. The boomerang-shaped LED headlights integrate perfectly, creating a futuristic look that seems pulled from a concept car. The redesigned bumpers aren't just aesthetic, they improve aerodynamics and make the car look wider and firmer on the asphalt. The new wheels, depending on the version, can reach up to 19 inches and add attitude and presence. Size-wise, it measures 15 feet 2 inches long, 6 feet 1 inch wide, and 5 feet 4 inches tall. It's robust, but still easy to maneuver in the city. And those 7.5 inches of ground clearance are perfect for those looking to venture off asphalt without fear of scraping the undercarriage. Under the hood, we find a 2.5-litre four-cylinder engine delivering 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. It's not a rocket ship, but it doesn't need to be. This engine was designed to give you perfect balance between power, smoothness, and efficiency. The power is managed with an 8-speed automatic transmission that responds smoothly and precisely. If you accelerate hard, you won't feel uncomfortable jerks or eternal delays. Every shift feels fluid, optimizing fuel consumption and giving you the feeling that everything's under control. Hyundai lets you choose between front-wheel drive for more efficient city driving or all-wheel drive, ideal for rainy weather, complicated roads, or those getaways where adventure takes you off pavement. Numbers-wise, it does 0 to 60 in about 8.8 seconds. No, it's not a sports car, but it doesn't try to be. This isn't designed for racing. It's designed to accompany you every day with safety, stability, and confidence. Plus, its steering is precise, the suspension absorbs bumps very well, and its rigid chassis gives it stable behavior even in tight curves. On the highway, the Tucson feels mature and comfortable. You can go 75 miles per hour and the cabin stays quiet thanks to better soundproofing. Let's talk straight. An SUV can have the best design in the world, but if it guzzles fuel like an airplane, it ends up being a headache. The Tucson promises, according to the EPA, 25 miles per gallon in the city and 33 on the highway. Not bad for its size, but let's get real. Owners with the all-wheel drive version report that in daily use, real consumption is around 22 miles per gallon. So the official numbers are a bit optimistic, especially if you're loaded up, using air conditioning, or moving in heavy traffic. Now, if you're looking for maximum efficiency, the Tucson Hybrid is a different game. 38 miles per gallon combined and 231 horsepower. A combo of power and savings hard to ignore. Stepping into the Tucson is like going from a common room to a minimalist luxury loft. Everything's designed so you breathe comfort and modernity without feeling overwhelmed. The digitized dashboard is clean, easy to read, and accompanied by a detail we all appreciate: physical knobs for climate control. Yes, Hyundai listened to users and left behind those touch menus that make you fight with the screen while driving. Space is another of its great strengths. 5 adults travel comfortably, no knees stuck or shoulders boxed in, and the trunk is enormous. You've got 39 cubic feet with the seats up and up to 74 cubic feet if you fold them down. Perfect for family trips, weekend getaways, or hauling all your sports gear. When we talk about the Tucson, we can't overlook a key point: your safety. This SUV comes loaded with assists that not only protect you, but prevent accidents. It brings automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, ideal for those seconds of distraction, lane keeping assist that prevents you from drifting, blind spot monitoring that saves you in overtaking and dense traffic, and a driver attention system that detects signs of fatigue. Plus, it adds advanced smart cruise control that automatically adapts speed according to traffic, making your long trips more relaxed and safe. But Hyundai doesn't stop there. They back you up with one of the best warranties on the market. You've got 5 years or 60,000 miles warranty for the complete vehicle and 10 years or 100,000 miles for the powertrain, plus it includes free maintenance for the first 3 years. This isn't just marketing. It means total peace of mind and much lower ownership costs long-term. Price-wise, the Tucson starts around $29,750 in the United States with the base version. This gives you the essentials: good design, safety, big screen, and all the basic connectivity you need. The sport version for about $4,300 more gives you very tempting extras: panoramic roof, integrated navigation, and more advanced driving assists. If you're into a tougher aesthetic, the XRT version is for you. More robust exterior details and a more adventurous image for approximately $34,310. And if you want maximum luxury, the Limited is top of the line with premium materials, more tech, and all the possible equipment, adding around $9,900 over the base. And key fact, any version can add all-wheel drive for just $1,500 more. Next up, every time Toyota updates one of its accessible models like the Corolla Cross, the same question resurfaces: is it worth it or just another minimalist model? Today we're talking straight. No marketing disguised as opinion or promises that don't come through. Here we're reviewing the Corolla Cross 2026 gas and hybrid versions to see which one's better, which performs better, and above all, if it's true, that it's an appliance on wheels. Useful, reliable, but boring. The Corolla Cross arrives with a subtle but effective redesign. It's not a revolution, but there are improvements that make it look fresher and more updated. In the gas version, Toyota gave it a wider grille with a honeycomb pattern and a black frame that gives it a tougher, more aggressive air. Thanks to this, it no longer looks like an inflated Corolla, as many called it before. In contrast, the hybrid version opts for a more elegant and sophisticated look with a body-colored grille that integrates better with the rest of the front. Plus, we now have new 18-inch wheels with a sporty finish, a two-tone roof with jet black details for a more premium style, and a renewed color palette with eye-catching tones like cavalry blue that will definitely attract looks. The Corolla Cross measures 15 feet 1 inch long, 6 feet wide, and 5 feet 5 inches tall. It's in the sweet spot, more compact than a Tucson, but bigger than a Kia Seltos. From the outside, it looks like an urban SUV, but inside, it surprises with a good feeling of spaciousness for its category. Now pay attention to the suspension. In Latin America, we still have a rigid rear axle, meaning firmer driving and a bit less refined on irregular roads. In contrast, in the United States, it includes independent rear suspension, which greatly improves stability, comfort, and grip in curves. And yes, the difference is noticeable. Inside, the Corolla Cross maintains the same philosophy as always, functionality above all. It's not an SUV looking to impress you with unnecessary luxuries, but it does improve in the details. There's real space for 5 adults, the center console was redesigned to look more organized, the wireless charger is now located in a logical place, and the gear shifter left behind that cheap toy design to look more solid and modern. In tech, the Corolla Cross delivers, but doesn't revolutionize. Standard, it brings an 8-inch touchscreen compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, accompanied by a 6-speaker audio system. If you move up to XLE or XS versions, then it improves. Bigger 10.5-inch screen, optional JBL sound, more USB ports, and wireless charging for your phone. Engine-wise, the Corolla Cross comes with 2 motorization options. First, the gas version. It mounts a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with 169 horsepower, coupled to a CVT automatic and front-wheel drive as standard, though you can get it with all-wheel drive. It's a smooth and reliable block, but honestly, it lacks excitement. Acceleration-wise, it does 0 to 60 in about 9.2 seconds. Nothing impressive for its category. If you're looking for more response, the hybrid version is the star. It combines a 2-liter engine with 3 electric motors to deliver 196 horsepower and all-wheel drive as standard. Here, the difference is felt. The hybrid achieves 0 to 60 in just 7.3 seconds, ideal for city driving and quick passes. Consumption-wise, the story is clear. The hybrid delivers up to 42 miles per gallon according to the EPA, while the gas version hovers around 32 miles per gallon. For towing capacity, both are limited to 1,500 pounds, enough to haul bikes, a light motorcycle, or a small trailer. Safety-wise, Toyota took it seriously. From the base version, the Corolla Cross comes equipped with the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 package, which includes automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane keeping assist, automatic high beams, adaptive cruise control, and blind spot sensors. In the United States, the Corolla Cross starts around $24,000 for the gas version, while the hybrid starts from $28,400. It's not the cheapest SUV in the segment, but its value is justified by its reliability and low maintenance cost. Warranty-wise, it offers a basic warranty of 3 years or 36,000 miles. The powertrain is protected for 5 years, and in the case of the hybrid version, major components are covered for up to 8 years or 100,000 miles. Finally, let's talk about the Kia Sportage 2026. This SUV completely transformed. Gone are those boomerang lights that divided opinions. Now what you see is an SUV with character, but without needing to shout it. The new grille has a cleaner, more refined, almost premium design. The slim headlights integrate perfectly with the front, and the lines of the hood and sides are so well thought out, it seems like they drew it with a ruler and compass. It's modern, elegant, sober, and that makes it more timeless. When you open the hood, you won't find an engine that'll blow your mind with scandalous figures, but you will find honest, reliable, and well-tuned mechanics. The base version equips a 2.5-litre, 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated engine delivering 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. And here's the good part. That power is very well distributed, translating to progressive, smooth acceleration without jolts. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in 9.1 seconds. It's not a sports car, clearly, but it doesn't need to be. You step into the new Sportage, and the first thing you think is, this is a Kia, because what you have in front of you doesn't look like a common SUV, it looks like a futuristic spacecraft. Two curved 12.3-inch screens joined as if they were a single piece of glass dominate the dashboard. Everything looks fluid, modern, clean, like you're in a concept car, but real and within reach. The flat-bottomed steering wheel has a sporty design. The glossy black piano finishes shine with elegance, and the ambient lighting gives it that premium touch that makes you feel like you're in a much higher level car. Safety-wise, the Sportage doesn't improvise. From the base version, you already feel cared for. You've got automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane keeping, blind spot monitor, and rear cross traffic alert. The essentials to avoid those silly or even fatal accidents. But if you move up in version, things get more serious. Adaptive cruise control with curve reading appears, which not only maintains distance from the car ahead, but adjusts speed depending on how the road comes. Price-wise, the Sportage starts around $30,000 for the base version, and if you go top of the line, you can reach $42,000 with everything equipped from end to end. But if you're looking for the best balance between price and equipment, the gem of the range is the X-Line version that hovers around $32,000. It brings dual-zone climate control, heated seats, wireless charger, panoramic roof, and big wheels with better suspension that elevate the driving experience. And if we talk about backing, this is where Kia kicks the board without fear. The Sportage comes with 5 years or 60,000 miles general warranty, and best of all, 10 years or 100,000 miles just for engine and transmission. Yes, you heard right. A decade of peace of mind without paying an extra penny. How many brands do that today? Very few. The Sportage didn't come to break speed records or steal looks with extravagance. It didn't come to shout, "Look at me," from a display window. It came to do something much harder, earn your respect silently with work well done, and it's achieving it. It's a comfortable, safe, modern, spacious SUV with a warranty many brands don't even dream of offering, and a design that finally reflects everything it brings inside. It doesn't need to show off, it simply delivers and convinces. So there you have it. 4 solid SUVs that prove you don't need to empty your savings to drive something reliable, safe, and well-equipped. What matters isn't the badge on the grille, it's what you get for your money and how long it'll last without giving you headaches. Make the smart choice.